Live from America's heartland, this is the Daily Truth Report with your host, Noah Christopher.
Hey, welcome back to the Daily Truth Report. And we are live right now if you're watching us. It's Thursday afternoon, April 10th, about 2:15 in the afternoon. So if you're watching now, you're live with us. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Rumble, we're live on Twitter. And we've got a good friend of ours back on the show with us, Patty Greer from C60 EVO. Patty, welcome. Let me unmute you. Sorry. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. We are live in the house. And man, I'm on a roll today. I'm so excited to see you and your audience again, because we need to make America great again. And you are at it more than most people I know. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it's good to have you back on. So we are live. If you're with us, you can drop some questions as we go along. If you have questions for Patty or questions about anything we talk about, we'll watch and monitor the chat as they come in. But before we get started, I was live 2 days ago, and we had all sorts of technical issues and problems connecting. So if you're with us, just drop me a comment. Let me know that you can see us and hear us okay. And let me know where you're watching from, what state you're watching from. It's always fun to see that come in. So I want to make sure that we're connected. And then if you wouldn't mind also, wherever you're watching this, if you're on Rumble or Twitter or YouTube, give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe also. That just lets the algorithm know that you like hearing from people like Patty, and it pushes it out to more people. So that's a big help to us if you can do that here as we get started. Okay. Well, Patty, we have a lot to talk about today. And we're going to talk about, I want to talk about, of course, what you do over at C60 EVO, because I've been connected with you guys for a long time, and I love what you do. So we'll talk about that. I think it's helping a lot of people. And I always like to bring things that actually help people on this show and on our website. So we'll talk about that. But kind of as a way of getting there, I want to talk about the censorship that is still ongoing online. I know you've just experienced a lot of it. I'll tell my story in a little bit, but we see the new long curly haired Mark Zuckerberg now flying his American flag as he surfs behind a boat in a tuxedo. Just the dumbest thing ever. If you know what I'm talking about, I'll try and find that image and put it on the screen. But he's trying to rebrand himself now. He's trying to get in Trump's good graces. He's visiting the White House a couple times already. And this guy is just such a snake. I can't stand him. I know you've had a recent run-in. Let me turn it over to you a little bit to tell your story, and then I'll follow up and tell mine.
Well, the punchline is this. We sell this amazing product called C60 EVO. And the molecule is this gorgeous little ESS60 molecule, which is elemental safe spheres with 60 carbon atoms. And our lab has been making it for 34 years in Houston, Texas. And we are so proud of what we do here, because we're changing people's lives around the world. And we get testimonials that match what we feel, what we are experiencing. And that's why we keep expanding our line of what this product can do for the human body. And the reason we're working with Noah is because you've been taking the products, and you're a picky guy, and you seem to be impressed by it. You know what? If you bought a bottle, I would probably say, no, you don't deserve EVO. Some people I just send a case to if I really liked them and they did this pose. But yeah, Mark is, he's doing all he can and kissing the ring at Mar-a-Lago. But did we see the Congress today? Oh, gosh, one of his top staff is whistleblowing and exposing the fact that Mark has been working with China for many years, and he was actually serving them. And this is not me talking. It's just a video that I watched. And Noah will put the link below, because it's remarkable what just came out. And it explained to me what I already knew, which is that suppression is alive and well on most of the platforms that are owned by a certain group of people. And frankly, I wish Elon would just buy them all and then, give them to people that love America. But that's not happening yet. So Sarah Wynne Williams, she exposed an absolute beast. And if you'll look at the title, everybody, and then type it into your own, you might want to watch that it's not just me gossiping, which I don't do. I don't need to. But they've been caught officially working with China, being funded by China, and doing China's bidding, giving them access to all of us. And I've been through way too much, and I'm not going to elaborate because that would take too many hours, and I'm over it. I'm on the other side, which is now I'm taking a product that saved my life from what I've been through. And every day I'm just energized and really loving moving forward. So, this is one thing. Another guy, I allegedly just did a show also on Facebook today that it exposes that Facebook hasn't paid any of their marketplace sales vendors since December. And everybody's complaining, and they sell cars and they sell campers and nobody's getting paid. And so they're asking the question, is Facebook going under? Do they need to take all of our money to cover their lawsuits or whatever? But again, it's one more story on this company. And the only reason I care is because I used to promote C60 EVO on Facebook and Instagram regularly. It used to be important to us, and I used to find it really fascinating. But all of a sudden in November, to hamper our holiday sales, they shut us down. Facebook shut down my ad account, and they gave me the excuse after numerous requests that a hidden administrator had gotten access to our account and he wasn't or she wasn't misbehaving. It was misbehaving. So because a hidden administrator not working for us, clearly a statement by them was dinking with our Facebook page, they said. And so they just shut down our ad account and restricted everything. And it's still that way today and tomorrow. So I've done everything that I can except hire a lawyer because it's not worth it. I'm going to let the Congress take care of them. But it's an interesting piece to be selling something that's changing so many people's lives, and to find that we are just absolutely crippled in America on social media. It is hideous. And LinkedIn yesterday did their first face check on me, and they said false and illegal content. Here's what it said. Enjoy the many benefits of C60 EVO Organic MCT. It's something like that. Enjoy the many benefits of our product. That was illegal fact checking. I was so naughty doing what I do every day. So now LinkedIn, it appears, is joining the little party of taking down the people that are delivering products that make a difference in the world. So that's what stimulated me to come to you and say, we love Trump. And even though a lot of people, I live in Colorado, and I apologize for our residents. I just apologize, period. But I will say that in Colorado, they're yelling things that are the opposite of what is. And I only say that I feel like I know what is because I watch real news, not on TV at all. I never turn it on. And I watch congressional hearings. So until I'm blue in the face, and I sit and I watch President Trump go down his list of executive orders. And when I hear what he's doing, we have to know that we got to clean up the Senate, flush, and we got to clean up the Congress, flush. And then we're going to be able to move forward with making America great again. This is such an exciting transition. And if I wasn't taking this product, I swear my brain would be asleep and I might learn to drink or something. But yeah, that's not my MO. I'm all about Evo. Start my day with it, and it takes me all day, great energy, and I am just super grateful. I used to do a bunch of supplements, and now I just do Evo in the morning, and I go all day long. So Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, YouTube, if you go woke, you're going to go broke. And I'm not crying over spilled milk. I am moving forward and loving the world. I'm just so excited. I hope you are too.
Yeah, well, you threw a lot out there, Patty. So let's break it down a little bit, because I think you've thrown a lot on the table that I don't want to just gloss over. So so we've certainly had our problems with Facebook too, and I really can't stand even the side of that Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, just slimy as you can get, waffles and just changes his politics based on who's in office, and anyway, just no respect for him at all. But what I have up on the screen here, and we won't play this, but people can find this video. This is from Forbes. It's a video of yesterday's Senate Judiciary Committee, where they do have a Facebook whistleblower coming forward, Sarah Wynne Williams. And I went ahead and just, I really love using Grok over with X. Let me share this.
I apologize that I said Congress. It was the Senate.
Yeah, well, that's part of Congress. So, I haven't dug into this story yet. It's really just breaking yesterday and today. So, just to bring people up to speed. So this is just a nice quick summary that Grok gave me. So this is yesterday, April 9th, 2025. Sarah Wynne Williams, former Facebook executive and director of global public policy, testified before the Senate. Her testimony focused on allegations against Meta, Facebook's parent company, accusing it of undermining U.S. national security, engaging in questionable collaborations with the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, Chinese government. And let's see here. She claims that Meta worked hand in glove with the CCP to censor content.
That's huge. Don't gloss over that one.
Yeah, they had a virality counter that flagged any post that got more than 10,000 views for manual review by a chief editor, used not only in mainland China, but also in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Anyway, I won't read the whole thing, but I find that fascinating. I'll just tell my story briefly of, I just don't even bother with it anymore. But I started our news coverage here from scratch in 2015. We had no website, really no experience doing this, no formal training, no readers of any kind, no followers on social media, nothing. And we quickly went from 0 to about 5 million readers a month. And as part of that, in the first year, we racked up a 1.5 million follower, I guess you would say, Facebook page where everyone would gather and we would share the news. And people loved getting the news from us. And it was just completely organic. It's just people loved getting it, so they would share it. And more people would join. Then those people would share our stuff. And more people would join. And it wasn't about how big we were or how great we were. And look at us, we have 1.5 million people. It was a community that we were serving. We were bringing a daily service, daily news. It's where people had grown accustomed to getting their news on a daily basis. And so it wasn't about us. It was about the 1.5 million people that had chosen to be in there and wanted to get their news from us. Then one day, right before, let's see, let me get my timeline right. It was right before the 2020 election. It was the summer before the 2020 election. I think they realized that we had way too much reach and way too much influence. And overnight, we had no violations of any kind. We had no rules. I mean, all we're links to news stories, right? I mean, we're not doing anything wrong. We're not paying for illegal followers. We didn't do any of that garbage. We didn't have to. We didn't violate any of their policies at all. But overnight, they just deleted us. There was no warning. There was no notice that, hey, you're doing something wrong. Stop doing this. They just deleted, they deleted the page, and they also deleted my personal profile because that was the manager of the page from Facebook. Just wiped it out as if it didn't exist. I went to log in the next day, and they said, "You don't exist. We don't recognize your credentials. This account doesn't exist." So, Patty, I'm impressed and surprised that you even got an explanation about some phantom manager on your account, because my experience with them has been that they just delete you and then you can't even reach anybody to talk to. So
you can't reach anybody. No.
No.
And the guy that helped me that finally gave me an answer then blocked me.
Mm-hmm.
because I told them I was reporting them. I did report them to the FTC last week and the FCC the week before.
Well, that's more in line with my experience, that they are judge, jury, and executioner. They don't follow their own rules. They delete you for any reason they want. They won't tell you why, and then just poof, you're gone. Then I had we ended up having a second page a couple years later through our sister site over at 100%fedup.com, and that site had its own 1.5. Ironically, the exact same number, 1.5 million person account over there. And it's 2023. So this was not the year of the election, but it was the year before. So 2 years ago now, they nuked that one overnight too. And the exact same thing. No notices of any violations, no warnings of any kind. We'd done nothing wrong. And they told us we'd done nothing wrong because we hadn't. And all of a sudden, that one just deleted overnight. So 3 million people over the past 10 years that have wanted to connect with what we do and the news that we put out have been, you talk about disenfranchising voters, right? That's disenfranchisement. Well, Facebook has disenfranchised 3 million people that wanted to get our content. And Mark decided that he knew better than those 3 million people did, and that they really have no right to get our content. So when you bring up these stories, Patty, I have no love lost with Mark Zuckerberg.
No. When you watch this video, you will see that they were paid and ordered to take you down. They didn't mention you in particular, but China gave orders to Mark, and Mark's team took care of it. And if they named you because you were exposing them, Mark made money.
Yeah,
by taking you down.
I believe that.
Look at the bottom paragraph here before you take this off. This was another very huge claim. You want to read this bottom one to the people?
Yeah, because I didn't even make it to the end of this yet myself. So let's read it.
This is huge.
So it says, another striking claim. Again, this is the Facebook whistleblower, Sarah Wynne Williams, in front of Congress yesterday. Excuse me. It says, another striking claim was that Meta targeted advertisements at teenagers based on their emotional states. For example, if a teen girl deleted a selfie, Meta might infer she was feeling insecure and push beauty product ads or targeted weight loss ads at teens with body image concerns. Just absolute. This is just disgusting.
Yeah.
These people, I really do believe, there is just evil out in the world, and there's Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook are just evil incarnate. If you ask me, I'm glad this information is coming out. Honestly, I think this is the absolute tip of the iceberg. I think, working with China is bad, and that's one thing. But I think he was probably working with people inside the United States too, to, perhaps people in the Biden administration. Who knows? Perhaps other big far left tech billionaires that want to take this country down. But this is sick stuff. And I do want to be clear, as host of this show here, Patty, you mentioned the other video that we haven't put up yet, but this guy that runs the channel called I Allegedly, publishing a report that he's received a lot of reports that Facebook's not paying its bills. I can't confirm that.
Facebook is not paying its vendors on Marketplace.
Yeah, not paying. Okay, so that very well may be true. I just want to make clear, as the host of this show, I can't verify that. I'm not claiming that, but you can go watch his video. We'll put a link to his video down below so you can hear it from him. But as much as I hate Mark Zuckerberg, I also can't report things that I don't have personal knowledge of. So I want to be clear about that. But boy, I really do dislike him. And here, let me something else that jumped out at me in this write-up here was this part right here. This is news to me right now, Patty, just as you and I are doing this.
It was the whole thing. You'll be blown away.
Yeah, well, the reason that this line here, this says they had a virality counter that flagged posts exceeding 10,000 views for review by a chief editor. And the reason that jumps out at me is, let me share my screen here on this.
I'm sorry, but the name of you being We Love Trump, you think China wanted you anywhere?
Oh, yeah. No, that was a target on our back from day one. There's no doubt about it. Well, look at this. Here we go. There we go. This is a screenshot of a tweet from November 11th, but this had to have been 2019, I believe. And this is some guy named Kevin Roos who posts, I guess he posts like big tweets that went viral. He said that this is our page that got deleted. We love President Donald J. Trump. Got the red hat there. I mean, of course, Patty, like you say, we're just a complete target for censorship and getting banned. But this was our page. This was the page that had 1.5 million followers. And really, I really hate the phrase 1.5 followers. We had a 1.5 million person community is what we had. And I posted this one time, basically saying, "Are you happy that Melania replaced Michelle as first lady?" And it was a little poll we were running, kind of fun stuff. This apparently, according to Kevin Roos, who I have no idea who that is, but he posted this and he said this was the second most popular story across all of Facebook today, behind LAD Bible, who always back then had the top posts. And it was from us. It's been shared 8,000 times and reacted to 46,000 times. Now, when I see that, and then I go back and I read what this said over here, let's share this one more time. There we go. Let's read this one more time. Facebook had a virality counter that flagged posts exceeding 10,000 views for review by a chief editor. So when we had the second most popular post in all of Facebook for that given day, that got, now I know, based on thanks to this testimony from Sarah Wynne Williams to Congress yesterday, April 9th, now I know that what I always suspected all along is that got flagged. The computer algorithms flagged that, and they said, we need to have a manual chief editor review this. They reviewed it. They saw the page is called We Love Donald Trump. It's got the red hat, and they saw that it's going viral, which means people love it. And they said, well, we can't have this right before the 2020 election. And they shut it down. And what I have long suspected is now confirmed that that's exactly what happened behind the scenes. And so, Patty, thank you for bringing this to my attention. You know, we cover the news every day. That's my full-time job, but I can't get to everything. And I had not really focused on this story at all yet.
Well, and again, there's a reason that I brought this to us today. And it's because it took me a whole lifetime to get to find a product that brought me back to life after challenging experiences. We also sell to a bunch of big C clinics, and they use it for daily protocol, and they're having incredible rave reviews. So we're selling a molecule that won the Nobel Prize in the 90s. And then it literally holds the longest longevity results on lab animals in history for longevity.
Well, that's great. And let's back up a step, Patty. And you've been on the show multiple times, so a lot of people may already know you. But for people that don't, you're part of a company called C60 EVO. And so that's what you're talking about when you are selling, or when you were on Facebook, you would run ads to promote your company and your product. And I love the way my friend Russell Brunson puts it. He's a big entrepreneur and marketing expert. And he says, you really, whatever it is that you're selling in the world, you need to believe so much in your product that you just have to get the word out to the rest of the world because you know it's going to help people. And that's the way I see with you and C60 is, you know, if you can just get the word out to people that people are going to love this and it's going to help them. And of course we here, let me do my disclaimer here and satisfy the government, because I'll put my big old disclaimer here that any statements made in this interview have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Patty's product, C60 EVO, is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So there we go. We have satisfied our disclaimer. But the truth of the matter is that people use it and experience good results. Maybe not 100% of everybody, but because nothing in this world is 100%. But person after person after person, well, I'll load your website here in a minute and show the testimonials. But people are experiencing incredible results with this. And so Patty, you just have this, just like any good person running a business, with products and services. You're like, I know my products and services can help the world. I just need to get the word out there. And so you were running Facebook ads, and they shut you down just like they shut us down, because they don't really want truth out there. They don't really want things that are helping people. They want very tight control and censorship. And so that's what you certainly encountered. But so
It's more than that, though.
we've kind of told that, but I want it for people that don't know you or have never heard of you. Maybe this is the very first time they're tuning in to see you on the show. C60 is a product that you and your company, you got a couple other partners in the company. They're not on with us today, but you got a couple other partners. You took this molecule that for a long time had been used in more industrial settings, and then started realizing that this has tremendous benefits in humans. And maybe take it from there, Patty. Tell people, why should they? What is C60? Why do you call it ESS60? For the person that's hearing you for the first time, walk them through it a little bit.
Okay, thank you. I have two partners that are just guys. They are the original inventors of the machine that makes C60, and it burns graphite, not graphene oxide at all, graphite, pure carbon rods at the heat of the sun in this huge metallic chamber that's extremely hot and extremely efficient. And they are the guys that invented the machine that's making it in their lab still today. And this was in 1991. And if you saw Chris, he looks like a kid, but he invented this machine in 91, 34 years ago. And the product is really working for him. But it was our lab that delivered the product that proved to be extending the lives of lab animals 90% longer, and they died without any tumors. It was from our lab. So I take that very seriously. And at the time in 2012, when this happened, they were testing C60 for toxicity. And they used our product. And not only was it not toxic, but it was the longest longevity results of anything that's ever been done. I think the next longest longevity results are 19%. We're at 90, and
Wow.
we could redo the test and prove it again. So for me, I was very wounded and I couldn't walk, and somebody gave me a bottle of this product and I got up and I was like, what is this? That's how I discovered it. And then some other hippie guy handed me another bottle, and I wasn't really blown away by it, but it was the raw product from Chris's lab. It was just made in some hippie's basement, which is pretty much a lot of the industry today, is guys in a basement with an Amazon stirring thing. But the difference between what we're doing and what the industry seems to be doing is that we are the original lab, and we were making industrial grade C60, which is for ink, batteries, photocells, and tires. Nothing you want to put in your body, that's for sure. But we were doing that since 1991. My partners were. I only joined them in 2019 when I was using the product and being amazed. And I was already having conversations with the lab. But I said, we should be partners, because what I lived through, this helped me survive. And I totally believe, and you're right, that it's only because I'm a walking testimonial that I sell this product. I'm 71. This is not something I planned to do, was to sell a supplement. And, but it's done so much for me, my family, my extended family, people's dogs and cats that are lethargic and just about to die. They give them this product, and 2 weeks later, they're running around the yard again. And I hear that nonstop from people. But for me personally, I had 2 hip replacements this year, and I recovered like really quickly. And after the first hip replacement surgery, 5 days later, I was on the air doing a show just like this. As long as you don't make me run across the living room, couldn't do that. But from the chest up, I was back on the air with the full brain. And the only reason is C60 EVO in my morning coffee. And the results are very similar for almost everybody. More energy, incredible mental focus, lack of stiff muscles and joints. I can't say those words like, inflammation. You're not allowed to say that, or heal, or there's so many words we're not allowed to say. It's just adorable. Yeah, pop that baby up again. But the punchline is, read the testimonials. You can say it, Noah. I can't. But you can tell them what it's done for you. And if you think it's extended your research abilities, I can't get my brain to go to sleep. I mean, I am on fire from morning till night once I do my coffee, but I do crawl to the kitchen, and I do coffee with half a dozen items in it, but always the MCT coconut oil, which is half as strong as the olive oil. So our number one product is C60 EVO organic olive oil. And this is the one that is getting all these test results. It's what we've delivered for all the peer-reviewed papers. And you'll see that most people that talk about C60 EVO talk about our olive oil because incredible results for the body, mind, and believe it or not, spirit. And the reason is that what C60 EVO does, this molecule, it cleans the mitochondria in every cell. And what I've learned from my science partners is that every cell of the human body has hundreds of mitochondria, but the brain has 2 million mitochondria per cell. So when you've got this ESS60, which stands for elemental safe spheres with 60 carbon atoms. You've got this basically like it's a molecular vacuum going through your system and taking out all the toxins, which is the mitochondria, and flushing it through your system. And it goes out your bowels. So a very potent product. And the olive oil, like I said, is the strongest. We also have an avocado oil, really delicious. Roseanne Barr's favorite. She makes avocado toast, a little salt, and loves it. But everybody loves a different flavor. So I always recommend people get the sampler set, and then you decide. It's kind of like small, medium, and large energy. But no matter what, people that take a spoonful, and I always recommend take it before noon, you will feel a boost of energy unless you don't feel. And I think that's the only time when people say, yeah, I don't really notice anything. Oh, wait, I got to go. The phone's ringing. And, they don't notice anything because they're not in their body enough. And a lot of people, as I'm having that conversation, they go, oh, wow, that doesn't hurt anymore. Now that's amazing. And then they'll slowly start going down. Oh, I'm not having migraines anymore. And I'm not saying, of course, we got our disclaimer, but read the testimonials about migraines, and you'll be blown away what it's doing for people, literally head to toe. But when we talk about the brain with the 2 million mitochondria per cell, the pineal gland, which is our connection to God, to spirit, is right there at the brain, and it's got somewhere between hundreds and 2 million mitochondria per cell. So as you're cleaning out your mitochondria, this is why people have tremendous clarity, evolution, and they also find a reconnecting with their spiritual self. And I speak for myself, but I also read testimonials that are just hook, line, and sinker. I feel overall amazing. And then some people are like, yeah, I don't really like the taste of oil on a spoon. So we have capsules, and we only do it in the strong stuff, the olive oil. And these are for people that travel. They will not take it out of your suitcase, but super convenient. I have a friend that takes one. We recommend 6 a day, which is only a teaspoon. My friend takes 1 a day, and she said, what is this, crack? So everybody's system is different. You'll desire between 1 and 6 or even 12. I personally do a tablespoon every oil. Like no matter which one I want, I'll hit a tablespoon. And
yeah, Patty, I've developed a habit most days that, of course I don't, some days you're busy and you forget, but I've developed kind of a habit, especially over wintertime here. It's been wonderful. I'll get I'm not a big coffee person, but I love beef bone broth. I think it's so good for you. And one of those, superfoods, power foods that's great on its own. But I get that, and then I pour some of your olive oil, ESS60, into there and mix it around. It's kind of like the people that put the butter in the coffee, and right. It's my version. It's the ESS60 in the beef bone broth. I stir that up together, and it's just an awesome mid-morning snack. Kind of fuels me on for the rest of the day. So that's kind of my go-to recently. Is I do one of those in the morning, and I just feel great for the rest of the day. But everyone, Roseanne puts it on her avocado toast, and everyone some people just take a swig of it. Some people like the capsules. But I've got up on the screen here. It's been rotating a bunch of that. You have just a bunch of testimonials on your website, and that's what I really like showing is, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, but I can certainly see when there's a flood of people that like this and have experienced great results. So I like putting this up on the screen. You can go to the website and read these yourself if you want. The website is, I'll put it right at the top of the screen here. It's C60EVO.com. And then if you put / We Love Trump, that'll take you right to our landing page on that. You'll know you're in the right spot. When you get there, it'll look like this. You'll see our logo there. You'll know that you're on the right website and getting the exact stuff that Patty and I are talking about here today. But Patty, I was thinking back, and you're talking about you joined the company in 2019 because you had such an incredible experience. And I got connected with you all back in 2020, right after the pandemic, and I started hearing a lot about C60 during and after the pandemic, and about how good it is for you, and how it's something that I'll put my disclaimer on here again. I can't claim that it's going to cure or prevent COVID or cure or prevent the next pandemic they unleash on us, but people were getting incredible results from it. They were starting to recover faster and shake the symptoms. And so, I told people from day one, don't get that toxic vaccine. Do something like this instead. Give your body a fighting chance. Increase your vitamin D. Get sunlight. Go outside. Eat eggs. Eat beef. Eat your beef bone broth. Yeah, stir some of this stuff in with it. Give your body a fighting chance to get back. And so I started connecting with you guys back in 2020, and I've just heard tremendous testimonials of my own from people who said, thanks for telling us about this. And so we've just really been connected ever since. But always fun to have you on and tell some of these stories too. It's really good for people to hear. Oh, please do. Yes.
I have one more important one. Part of the hiding my company is giving them room to slather all of my promotions on these social media channels, and especially Amazon. Oh, hideous. They make huge banners of the lowest concentration of anybody we tested, and they're slathering their ads above everything that mentions our name. I've never seen anything like it. It's desperate and pitiful, but what they're doing is they knew, Deep State, that we tested 22 online C60 products. And the difference between C60 and ESS60, we want to remember, is this is for people and pets. This is for ink, batteries, tires, and photocells, C60. Now, we make the good stuff, and we also make industrial grade in Houston, Texas. The rest of the C60 on the market today is pretty much coming from Wuhan, China, that brought us all kinds of delicious things, as we know. So when you know that you're buying C60 from Wuhan, China, you're doing this intentionally because they don't have a great reputation. Plus, there's something going on, shall we say, with China, that they don't want Americans to be healthy, coincidentally, in Wuhan. So for me to be watching the industry, and we tested all these products, and our lab said, without bias, wow, 22 products, woefully low. And I said, who's got what their label said? And the head of the lab said, nobody. But one company has 1/10 of what the label says. And I was like, who's that? And it's the one they're slathering everywhere. And they say sponsored. So when you see 9 sponsored ads, when you're looking for us, just know that that is spamming. It's Deep State spamming, in my opinion. And it's so blatant that I'm laughing at how pitiful it is, because they shouldn't have to work this hard to hide our products. But this is why I brought up the interaction between Mark and the CCP. And now we go, C60 EVO, safe for humans and people, but they're pushing this crap from Wuhan, just like they did the flu. So it's not a coincidence, in my opinion. And every time I go on anybody else's computer, I go, type in C60 EVO Youth Renewal Duo. Okay, that's a lot of words. And we're the only ones that sell this peptide and EVO facial serum. And so I type in these 5, they do on their computer, so it's not me. And sure enough, slathered again, not the product that we type in, but the low concentration crap products that for some reason China loves. And they want to push out there because maybe, who knows, maybe it's all supporting the CCP. But I want people to be very mindful. Don't focus away from sponsored ads, because they're not sponsored by honesty and honor. And we have real testimonials, but I've been offered that you can buy testimonials for $500, for $200. I don't need that. And on Amazon, you can buy hundreds. And I think that that's what they're doing, is a lot of fake testimonials, a lot of fake 5 stars that nobody did. So it's really a buyer beware now. But the urgency is to know the difference between industrial grade from Wuhan and pure ESS60 from Houston, from a Patriot lab that's been mastering this process since 1991. C60EVO.com/we love Trump, because I love Trump and I'm willing to admit it on your show, but I live in Colorado and I will not admit it on the street. But I will wear a flag shirt and just pretend it's just a shirt.
Yeah.
I don't want to get beat up.
That's right. You better watch yourself out there, unfortunately. Well, Patty, you're talking about your testimonials and how, there's certainly fake testimonials out there. I know yours are real, because I get your testimonials because of course, having you on the show and talking about this, people email me and say, hey, thanks for telling us about that. We've never heard of it before. We tried it based on hearing about it on your show. And I hear their good comments back about how much they love it. So I know firsthand that that's real, which is cool. So as we wrap up here, Patty, I wanted to take people. I think you've done a great job explaining this and how it works. And so anybody hearing this for the first time, I bet we've got a lot of people watching this that are already taking it. And you know what we're talking about. But if you're hearing about this for the first time, Patty's done a great job laying everything out. I will say, here's when you scroll down, you start to see some of the products. It is not the cheapest product in the world. You can see some of these prices here, but it is good. What do you want to? You want to pay 1/10 the price for 1/10 of the product, I guess.
There isn't cheaper good C60.
Yes, and so, but Patty, you always tell people a couple things they can do. Number one, get a small sampler pack and just try it, see if you like it or not. That's number one. Number two, below each one of these, you're going to see it says save with subscription. That's kind of like Amazon subscribe and save, right? Everyone's familiar with that. But you save 20%. And I love, you always say this, Patty, so I'll just say it for you this time. But you always say, look, I realize it's my company, but get the 20% discount and then just cancel it after a month if you don't want to use it. But get the discount and save the money. So that's cool. I love that you always say that. And then if you go to our link, I think it's going to give you some sort of a discount automatically if you go to that link. But as a fail-safe, as a belt and suspenders approach, as they say, when you're checking out, you can use coupon code EVNOAH. I got it on the screen right here, EVNOAH, and that's going to get you 10% off. So I love what you're doing. You're helping people, putting out a great product, and then giving them three ways to save money at your store. I love that. So thank you for doing all that. But definitely take Patty up on that recommendation. Don't pay the full price there. You do the subscribe and save. Get 20% off there. Use the code 10% off there, and just get a small bottle and see if you like it. So
my final testimonial is that 53% of our sales are resubscribes every month.
You cut out on me. I don't know if it's in the recording or not. Say that again.
Oh, here's my favorite testimonial. At the end of the year or at the end of every month, 53% of our income is from resubscriptions, which means people don't quit, which means awesome. It's obviously working, and people don't usually cancel, but they do cancel their other products, like all those supplements that really don't work, all those expensive facial serums you can't pronounce. We have the simple stuff that's clean, and it's got this molecule that will change how you look and feel.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I've got my beef bone broth on subscription with Amazon. They send that to my door every month, and I've got your stuff that comes to my door every month. So I am set, and my morning routine is set to continue for a long time in the future. So Patty, thanks for joining us. We're just about over time here, But thank you for being on with us. This was a blast, as always. I think it really got into some topics we haven't talked about before. So this was a lot of fun.
And it was very personal for you and me because we have dealt with these criminals, and now we know they're absolutely connected to the problem.
Yeah, we've lived it, unfortunately, and that's all right. We're both here to still live and talk about it, and keep fighting the good fight, because ultimately, and what I've found, and I tell people all the time, it's a badge of honor, and it's also about the best indicator you can get. If something is censored and banned and not allowed to even be talked about online, you better believe that's right over the target. So
exactly.
To me, it just, you're making it too easy on us, Deep State. You keep banning stuff. You're telling us right where to look. So, well, Patty, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Go ahead and go find, I've got the banner at the top of the screen. We'll also put the link down below. And I think we'll also maybe throw up a giveaway. Maybe we'll do a fun giveaway too. So just look down below wherever you're watching this. We'll get a giveaway going. So you can get the discount, the 20% discount, the 10% discount, maybe win the giveaway and test it out and see. So that's fun. So C60EVO.com/WeLoveTrump. Make sure you find the real stuff. Don't go to the fake stuff. And
no sponsored.
Yes. Patty, we'll see you again soon. All right. Come back on the show anytime.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Chris Burris. I'm a founder and proud owner of a US-based company, C60 EVO. I've been manufacturing the perfect carbon molecule since 1991. The perfect carbon molecule, which has been shown to support the well-being of thousands of customers, was discovered in 1985 and won the Nobel Prize in 1996. And that isn't even the amazing part. In 2012, researchers published the results of what ended up being the single longest longevity experiment in human history. The short version of the study is the test subjects, Wistar rats, given the C60 EVO formula, lived 90% longer than the control group. And unlike the control group, they all died without tumors. You probably want to know what such an amazing supplement can do for you. Let me first share our most consistent testimonial. Our customers report taking the product in the morning, they report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. Frankly, who couldn't benefit from a better night's sleep? The medical community certainly understands the benefits of sleep. Augusta Health reports, and I quote, "Sleep helps control our metabolism and weight, promotes stable moods, helps prevent cardiovascular diseases, boosts our immune system and function, increases knowledge retention." End quote. Basically, it supports our mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Angelina from Florida says, "I'm full of ideas and sleep like a baby." Jolene from San Diego, "I've noticed increased energy, better mood, and tons more motivation. To sum it up, I feel like I'm in my 20s again." So if you're interested in this perfect carbon supplement, visit NOAA's landing page, www.c60evo.com/WeLoveTrump. That's C60evo.com/WeLoveTrump. Don't forget to use the code EVNOAH, EVNOAH, for an additional 10% off of your first order.